Hey y'all, it's Deanna. How is everyone doing? It's Thursday. I can't remember what the date is though. It's Thursday right after Easter. Easter was 4 days ago, 5 days ago, Sunday. Anyway, I thought I'd make a quick little video. The last one I did, I showed you that little section right there. So I'm gonna start with this one, at least half of it. I don't know if I'll get through all of it or not. Anyway, I have sun gold tomatoes right there. I've got that little flower right there is a cosmos. This one is a zinnia. It's just I don't know which one. It's one of the packs you get at Dollar Tree. That's a sun gold tomato. This pepper, I forget what it was. It is a paprika pepper, and that little thing right there is supposed to be lime basil, but I'm not having much luck with that. That's a turnip I'm trying to let go to grow and go to seed to, get the seeds. Then, what is this one? Okay, there's a Genovese basil right there. And right there is lemon balm. And this is a Hughes tomato. It's an heirloom and it's yellow. And I only got I got several. I had several last year on the plant, but the squash bugs, I think it was the squash bugs that got to them. I mean, I didn't have a whole bunch, but I had a few. But it's a yellow heirloom tomato. And then there's a serrano pepper. And there's a couple. This is an overwintered plant, so that's why it's got peppers on it already. And let's see. There is a lemon basil right there. And it grows really slow, that lemon basil. This is a blue spice basil. It's the one that keeps trying to go flower. And I've got some onion in there. Sun gold tomato, and the onion is ruby red onion. And I planted the onion with the tomatoes and peppers. I think I planted some with peppers to help deter pests. This is my kohlrabi that I planted before. I mean, like in the fall, and it hasn't done much at all. I believe that's a cosmos. That's what it looks like. That little blue bowl pot right there, I think that's a lissum, but I don't have a whole lot of luck with that. That's a sunflower of some sort. And a paprika pepper. And there was lemon basil and holy basil. No, I'm sorry. Lemon balm and holy basil. But one of them's dead. I think I think that might be the holy basil, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to wait for it to grow a little more. Another sun gold. Another blue spice basil under here that tries to go to flower. I think that's a carrot I left over. Sorry, I don't think you saw that. A carrot there that I left over to hopefully go to seed and save the seeds. This is a Grand Bell mix. I don't know what color it will be. And right next to it is blue spice basil. The blue spice basil has grown well. So has the Genovese basil. And the tomato is Hughes, another yellow one. These are my bunching onions I planted in the fall. And I put a pepper in there. It's hard to see the pepper, but there's the leaves of the pepper. And the wind's blowing a little. It is what did I put? I put two kinds there, so I'm not sure which one it is. It's either shishito or nocturne. I don't know. And there's a lemon balm in there, but it's hard to see. And I think this one is another sun gold or a sunrise bumblebee. tomato. So, some ruby red onions with it. And let's see if I can get, nope, it's a sun gold, and some more blue spice basil up underneath it. It's there, it's just the tomato leaves are getting in the way. And this is the red Reuben basil. I planted in the fall and it overwintered in the pot with this pepper, which is there a tag for the pepper? Yeah. It's a Grand Bell mix pepper. It's the one that had bell peppers on it that something took a bite out of them. Put a hole in them. I don't know what it was. And I've got some sweet basil growing here. Right here. And this tomato is Thornburns Terracotta. And I got that as a free pack from Baker Creek when I ordered some seeds. And then this plant I've got to move over to the trellising that I have up. And I didn't have a lot of money, and I still don't. Last year I didn't have a lot of money, so I bought these boards. And they won't last forever because the ground is wet here all the time. That's why that one's leaning so bad, because it's broken and propped up with pots. And then I put screws in them, which I probably didn't need to do because I could have just wrapped it like the twine, just like that, to hold up my tomatoes. And it did a pretty good job until the tomatoes got really, really tall. But anyway, this one's got to be moved to one of these sections with some support. And this is a sweet basil right here, and a bunching onion from last year. And that tomato, I lost the little popsicle stick that was in the container I started the seed, so I don't know what it is. I'm hoping it's a Rutgers, because I thought I planted Rutgers tomato, and I don't think any of them out here are that, so it may be this one. But anyway, we'll see. It's all good. It's still edible. These are my radishes that I'm letting go to seed. They're different radishes. I don't know which one's which. But these little pods here, when they dry up, will be my seeds. And this is a trumpet plant. I thought it was dead. This is supposed to be radicchio, but it never made a head, so I'm thinking it might be Swiss chard, and I just got them mixed up. There's a queen lime. No, that's an envy zinnia. There's a basil. What kind of basil are you? Sweet basil. This was shishito pepper that the cutworms ate down. Apparently when I put the grass in, I got too deep in the pile and pulled up cutworms and didn't know it. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry I got interrupted there. My boyfriend came home from work, so it's the next day, which is Saturday, because for some reason when I started this video I thought it was Thursday, but it was Friday yesterday. So today's Saturday, the 15th of April. Anyway, I think I got through to this, which I thought is radicchio, but it's never made a head. It's acting more like Swiss chard, so that I could have gotten confused. There's, no telling. And then that envy zinnia sweet basil used to be a shishito there. I think I got to this point too, didn't I? Where I had put some grass clippings in and turned out there were cutworms in it. That happened in a couple of my containers out here. And this is a mess. We keep adding the grass clippings, but the grass still grows. And I try to pull some of it up, but between my knee and my back and not having a whole lot of stamina because I'm out of shape. I do the best I can. My boyfriend doesn't help with this garden much, other than he did help when I put the posts up last year, and if I need him to carry a bucket, he will. But I've got my, sorry, it's messy over there. My neighbor lent me his wheelbarrow, so if I need to move a bucket now, I can do it without help. That's borage and little gem lettuce. And these are onions I planted last fall for bulbs, and I don't remember what, and I can't read it, the tag, but where I live, I think ours are supposed to be long day. I looked it up. I always have to look it up, but whatever the case is, they're not for this area. So I can still use the tops of them, and maybe the little bulbs that are trying to form, but they're not going to form completely, which is okay. I mean, if we need onions, we buy onions, and I've got all the bunching onions, and I can plant some more. So there's another zinnia. That one I think came out of a multi-pack from Dollar Tree. This was a broccoli that never made a head, but the bees love it. So they love it. They're always on it. Like, there's one now, if you saw him. I planted a tomato in there, because eventually I'll take that broccoli out, and a basil. And that is a Thornburns terracotta. It's a red tomato, the one I got the free seeds from Baker Creek. Sunflower seed, borage. These are mustard, and there's one of those little things that tries to look like a I lost my ladybug right there, and it's not a ladybug, and they eat, I think. I don't want them. They're not helpful. So and then look, I've got a little, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see him blowing in the wind here, but it's a little banana spider. He's a baby. He can stay. Anyway, those are mustard greens. Then there's Merlot lettuce that I'm letting go to seed now. We ate off of that all fall, winter. Somewhat. I think it's bitter, but my boyfriend liked it. And then there's a nocturne pepper I put in there. I believe that's a marigold. There's another sunflower seed I planted. This is a cabbage. And it may go to flower before it really does anything, but you can see it's finally starting to do something. I'm going to need to move it to where it gets more shade and see if it will do something. And then there's another zinnia that's from that multi-pack, just zinnias that Dollar Tree sells. And a tomato, which is, there's a Shasta daisy that acting all crazy. I don't know if it's going to do anything. And it's a mushroom basket. I got those seeds from M.I. Gardener. And I think I planted another sunflower seed there, but it hadn't come up. And then that Shasta daisy I started from seed, but it isn't really doing anything. It's just acting weird. It looks all misshapen. Okay, y'all ignore my feet. My feet look terrible. But it is what it is. I have problems with ingrown nails, and anyway. Alright, I'm sure y'all want to know all that, but just ignore the feet. Okie dokie, y'all. That's the end of these two rows. I just thought I'd finish that up right quick and get this video uploaded. So, y'all have a good weekend. It's supposed to start storming here in a little while. It's nice right now, even though the wind's blowing a little. There's supposed to be thunderstorms coming in from the Gulf. So, from the direction of the Gulf of Louisiana. Here in a couple of hours it should start. I was gonna go work, but that's not gonna happen because I do gig work and I deliver groceries, shop and deliver groceries, and I'm not doing it in the rain, in the pouring rain, especially with a bad knee and a history of falling. So, anyway, y'all have a good weekend. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, and I appreciate it. My messy garden. Talk to you later. Bye.